Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. First of all, starting off on some very good news, that Emile Smith-Rowe yesterday signed a brand new long-term contract with Arsenal, fending off a couple of very aggressive bids from Aston Villa. The second one for over £30 million. Arsenal saying, no, we are not selling this guy. This is our man. He's our, future big player. And he signed a brand new deal, said to be a 5-year contract. And he's been given the number 10 shirt, that iconic shirt worn by people like Dennis Bergkamp, Mesut Ozil, Jack Wilshere, say it quietly, Robin Van Persie, right? But some real iconic players have worn that shirt, and they've, that is a real vote of confidence on the 20-year-old youngster. Congratulations to him. This kid has come a far way. I know the scout that spotted him, he told me that, he was released from Chelsea's development squad. And Arsenal, this scout, he saw the talent in him, and he went over and said, no, we think you've got the talent. Brought him to Arsenal, and he has worked his socks off. Went out on loan to Huddersfield, was brilliant out there, has come back now and established himself, and congratulations going out to him. And also, once again, to that Arsenal Academy. For a moment, let's just, big them up with some of the players that they've produced. It's all right going out and buying this person and buying that person, but when you can produce these players yourself and you see these sort of results, it's absolutely brilliant. Smith-Rowe, Maitland-Niles, Xhaka, just 3 of them. Willock. These are players that have come through the academy, and we've got to take your hats off to the academy. They're doing a fantastic job. Even though sometimes these players get sold off, but they're doing a fantastic job. Now, there was a lot of suggestions yesterday that the fact that Smith-Rowe signed up contract, and that's fantastic news, but he's been given a number 10 shirt. Does that mean that's the end of it for, getting your Hossim Awars or getting your Maddisons? Well, some of the rumors going around are saying no. In the case of James Maddison, there's a lot of talk that his representatives have said to Arsenal, Maddison wants to come and get me. He wants to come to Arsenal. He likes the project. He would like the fact that he's seeing, homegrown players doing really well there. He will look at it and say, all right, I'm at a great team now with Leicester, but also I could be at a potentially, top team with Arsenal with young players like Xhaka, Smith-Rowe, English players like myself, and a real chance to really, really grow at Arsenal. But his representatives apparently have filtered the news through to Arsenal that, he's willing to come. Now, we know that this is not going to be an easy deal to get done. It's going to take a lot of money. 50 million plus, definitely it will take. But how serious are Arsenal in getting this one done? I think it would be a great signing. I think it would be showing intent from Arsenal. It would be showing a vibrant young team that could really, no European football this year, remember. So Arsenal can really go for it in the league, really put in a good performance, really be energetic and really have a go. So speaking to Fabrizio Romano yesterday over on the Don Robbie channel, he seems to think that, we've got a chance with Maddison, but it's going to be one of those deals going to be protracted. It ain't going to get done just in a week. It's probably, Arsenal probably waiting a bit to see what negotiations they be able to do before going all in. And Fabrizio Romano was sort of saying to me, listen, from next week onwards, he expects things to start getting moving a lot more in the transfer market because we are closing in on the start of the season. Fabrizio Romano is always also saying to me with the Granit Xhaka deal that he feels that that's done. Even though not everything has been strictly agreed on it, but Granit Xhaka apparently looking to go over to Austria next week and join up with Roma. That's where they're doing their training camp. He wants to join up with Mourinho. He has no intention really of coming back to Arsenal. And it's just for them now to just sort this fee out, which apparently they're not very far off. And that is expected to be done. So with Xhaka going, we know, again, that defensive midfield area needs sorting out. Now, here's one that's, well, not necessarily a surprise, but a person who used to play for Arsenal. Glen Kamara, again, another person who was in the youth setup at Arsenal. Glen Kamara didn't quite make it. I think he only played one time for Arsenal for the first team. Was sold to Dundee. Did very, very well at Dundee. Earned a move to Rangers. And last year, he was an integral part of that midfield for Rangers, defensive midfielder. He had the highest pass completion percentage of any outfield player for Rangers last season. And of course, they were invincible. They went the whole season without losing a single game and won the league up there in Scotland. You would have recently seen him playing in the Euros for Finland. Again, he done very, very well. He had the highest number of interceptions in the group stages of the Euros. Finland, of course, did get knocked out. But could Arsenal move back in for Glen Kamara and bring him back to the club? Be a lot cheaper than some of the other targets that we're looking at in the area. Probably cost around about £10 million, maybe even slightly less. But Glen Kamara in that area, I mean, 25 now as well. I mean, I was thinking he was younger than that, but, you know, he's 25 now. So, you know, and as I said, he's gone off to Scotland. He's got experience. Interesting one. Love to know what you guys think about it. But Glen Kamara, interesting. Has been at Arsenal before. Would he be a good player to bring back? Very interesting one to look at. Hector Bellerin, we've been told that his representatives are in discussions at the moment with Inter Milan. Of course, the sticking point on this one is that Arsenal want money, and quite rightly so. You know, they've still got Bellerin on, you know, he's still got quite a few years left on his contract. Inter Milan, on the other end, they have got hardly any money to spend, despite them selling players like Hakimi. They've got a real black hole when it comes to money. And they would rather do a deal where it's a loan with an option to buy. Arsenal want cash when they're outlaying for all these players. So, again, will he or will he not move on this season? That's going to be the interesting one to see with Hector Bellerin. It does look like his days at Arsenal are starting to come to an end. Ben White, that deal should get done next week. I'm being told that, you know, that could get announced early next week. Ben White coming to Arsenal for £50 million. We all know about that one. Yeah, that is set to get announced as well. And then, of course, the goalkeeping situation, which I spoke about yesterday. First of all, Arsenal being linked with Neto again. The Barcelona keeper, there's lots of talk flying around. It is a battle between Arsenal and Spurs for Neto. But also the rumours are flying around still about Aaron Ramsdale. Said to be, by a lot of sources, the next big signing that Arsenal are going to make after Ben White. And we spoke about it yesterday. Willing to go as high as £30 million. Sheffield United saying, give us £32 million. You've got your man. I have to say, going through the comments yesterday, if the comments are anything to go by, it wouldn't be a very popular signing. Everybody, I tell you, almost everybody in there, with a few exceptions, seem to be saying, you know, 30 million for Aaron Ramsdale is paying way, way, way over the odds. And then there's a lot of people disappointed with the fact that we let Emi Martinez go. There's people saying we shouldn't let Leno go. I mean, it's quite a controversial one, this one. Listen, these are big decisions that Edu and Mikel Arteta are making. They're not going to be able to get away with these if they don't go well. There's going to be nobody else to turn around and say, well, it weren't my signing, and that these are going to be their signings. So if you make a controversial signing like a Aaron Ramsdale and it goes wrong, you're going to get it. If it goes right, you're a genius. You know, you're an absolute genius. When everybody else said, no, why so expensive? You knew why it was. You knew. But if it don't work out, you're going to get it. Because right now, I can say, I don't know, maybe I have to get a poll done on AFTV VIP to find out what people think of this. But I'd say almost, just by going by those comments, it's not a popular one. So let's see how that one works out. There's still time, right? But we definitely need a goalkeeper. And it's going to be interesting to see who that goalkeeper is. Listen, thanks for watching the show. Don't forget, we'll be back tomorrow. Don't forget AFTV News Daily tonight, every night. We are here with the latest on Arsenal. So make sure you check that out live from our studios at 6 o'clock tonight. So make sure you check that out. But thanks for watching the show. And I will see you tomorrow. And don't forget to subscribe here to AFTV.